Right now is an exciting time to get involved with the Birthplace of Country Music Museum in Bristol, as they are celebrating Women's History Month each Wednesday in March with amazing speakers from the Smithsonian. And it is also the final few weeks of two very special exhibits at the museum. And here to share with us all the exciting events happening at the museum right now is Dr. Rene Rodgers. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am fantastic. It sounds like an amazing time to actually get involved and check out virtually and in person everything that's going on with the Birthplace of Country Music Museum.
Definitely. We don't slow down, even in the slower months and coming out of winter. So
talk to us about this virtual speaker series that you have going on celebrating Women's History Month.
Yeah, this is part of our Smithsonian affiliations, one of the resources we can bring to our community because of that. And it's really exciting. It's in partnership with an initiative called the American Women's History Initiative that they are doing. And each Wednesday, either at 7 p.m. or 5 p.m., depending on the day, we have a free virtual program where you can access it to learn about all sorts of different interesting accomplishments and women in history. So for instance, tomorrow, March 10th at 7 p.m., we have a talk on Lena Richard and Julia Child and how they changed culinary history. Then the following week, we have women in aeronautics. The week after that, looking at ancient worlds and the relationship to contemporary women's lives. And then finally, at the end of the month, on March 31st, female artists talking about their work. So all sorts of different topics and things. So there's sure to be something there that you'll find interesting.
And having that affiliation with Smithsonian is I mean, it is great. I mean, that is not something you can find just anywhere.
You know, it is, and we're very fortunate because it brings so many resources to us as a museum, but it also brings a lot of those resources straight to our community, like this programming. And we've had a lot of different things that we've been able to offer, especially during the pandemic, because the Smithsonian has been offering a huge amount of virtual assets and programs and children's activities and all sorts of things. And we've been doing our best to share as many of those as we can.
Now, there's two very special exhibits that are at the museum right now. One is called Honky Tonk, one is called Hard Rock, and they both end on March the 28th. So now's the time. If you want to check those out, now's the time.
It is, yes. So our Honky Tonk exhibit is based on the photography of Henry Horenstein. He did a whole group of photographs in 1972 to 1981 and created this exhibit, and it's called Portraits of Country Music. So people that he took photographs of when he was on the music circuit. He also worked for Rounder Records for a while. So you get a lot of behind the scenes views of these musicians, but also the places that they were playing. So the honky tonks, the sort of music joints late at night, the country music parks, those types of places. But we also have a lot of items in there that go along with it, including several items from the Hard Rock Cafe that they have loaned us as memorabilia. So for instance, we have a Hank Williams guitar, a Buck Owens guitar, an outfit from Dolly Parton, and then a few others upstairs in our permanent exhibit that we've put on display there through the end of March. And
you also have a book club. Tell us about that, because to have a museum with a book club, that's a great fit.
You know, and it's because we have a radio in our museum, a live working radio. So we started Radio Bristol Book Club a couple of years ago to go along with an exhibit that we had that was about children's literature in Appalachia. And so we started it as a program to go along with that. And we've just continued it because it's become so popular and people have really enjoyed it. And so each month we read a different book that's sort of related to music heritage, the content of the museum, or Appalachian culture and stories. And then we have several readers who discuss it on air, and then we usually do an interview with the author afterwards. So in March, we have, on March 25th at 11 a.m., we'll be discussing Where the Dead Sit Talking by Brandon Hobson, which is the story of a young Cherokee boy who has lived in foster care, dealt with substance abuse in the past with his family, and how he is coping with that. And we're going to also do an interview with the author Brandon Hobson afterwards, so that'll be really interesting, I think. And the book has won several prizes and been nominated for several prizes, and is going to be a really good read.
All right, Dr. Rene Rodgers, thank you for taking some time with us today. And it is such a blessing to have the Birthplace of Country Music Museum really close right here in the Tri-Cities.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you having us on.
All right. Let's give you some information on that Smithsonian Virtual Speaker Series. It's happening each Wednesday in March. Check it out right there. If you want to register for that event, go to birthplaceofcountrymusic.org. And also, they have so much more going on. They have those two very special exhibits going on right now through March 28th. So make sure you take advantage of those as well.